Michael Todd versus Vitali Laletin.
Somehow, I believe in Michael Todd on this one. It might be surprising, but in my view, I feel that Michael can win this. Even though Laletin is an insanely good athlete, I think he still has a great chance, but I believe he will lose his wrist. He'll try to press, maybe successfully once or twice, but I think his press will tire quickly. Then it will turn into a crazy battle, and in that kind of situation, I feel Michael has a real chance to win. Strong pressers like Genadi and Ermes have struggled to pin Michael. Todd is a very awkward opponent, especially for Vitali. I think Vitali's wrist is going to crack, like we saw against Ermes, so this match is going to be tough for him. Michael's press is also quite good, and Vitali has struggled against strong pressers before, even against Chaffee, who isn't particularly known for his press. I think Vitali's best chance is to hit with full speed and avoid the strap. If he manages to do that out of strap, there's some chance, but if it goes to the strap, then his chances drop significantly.
Gennady Kikvadze versus Ibraim Sago.
I spoke with Gennady about 10 days ago, and he told me about his plan to cut to 115 kilos and who his opponent would be. I was surprised, actually. First, I'm worried about the weight cut, but since he accepted, it means he believes he can do it. As for pulling Sago is a very awkward and painful opponent. Considering Gennady's past bicep injury and the weight cut, which can make injuries worse, this is a match to worry about for him. Sagov's style pulls exactly where Gennady had his injury. It can be tough, but I am sure Gennady will prepare hard, and I still believe Gennady can achieve victory.
Mask versus Nugo Chicagazi.
Mask's win over Angerbev was surprising, but I didn't see the old Angerbev we are used to. Maybe Mask was in good shape and he has improved. As for Nugo, I know he is preparing really well, lifting crazy weights, and is very motivated. Nugo is crazy dedicated. He will do everything. He will fight until the end. I believe Nugo will win this one.
Kamil Jablonski versus Georgi Zaranov.
I think Zaranov is going to hook Jablonski and beat him.
Todd Hutchings versus Rustam Babayev.
Somehow, I believe Rustam will still be able to win this one, even though Hutchings is in great shape, as we saw against Irakli. Regarding that match, I have to agree with Irakli. The refereeing was questionable, to say the least, and Irakli really deserves a rematch. For this match, I believe Rustam will give a worthy fight and might even win. I can't hide that I am rooting for Rustam.
Arthur Macarov versus Daniel Pupsuk.
This is a great match. We know Pupsuk is very strong, and we also know how impressive Macarov and his genetics are. Still, I think Pupsuk will be the favorite in this match.
Lynn versus David Samushio.
I think this time again, there will be a lot of nerves involved. We will be worried for a long time, but in the end, I'm going to be happy. I always get so emotionally exhausted after watching David's matches. Always big drama, but Samushio wins.
Ivan Matyushenko versus Serhiy Kenichenko.
I think Matyushenko is the favorite. With all respect to Kenichenko, he is not top rolling even. Ivan got into the hook with Pushkar, Liliev, myself included. It would be a crazy endeavor to try and top roll him. I'm 1000% sure Kenichenko won't be able to top roll Ivan. He should forget about the top roll and focus on the hook.
Joselyn Broussard versus Coutin.
I don't know who will win, but a 3-0 victory by Joselyn Broussard over Sarah Bachman is very impressive.
Jorg Tvetkov versus Datakin.
This is a match that's really hard for me to predict. I really don't know who will win. I'm sure it will be a tough battle. There will be no flash pins or quick wins. I don't see Datakin getting Tvetkov into a hook easily, but I also don't see Tvetkov easily taking Datakian's wrist. I imagine Tvetkov might take the center slightly, and Datakian will hold him just below.
Petro Marharin versus Lachlan Adair.
Petro will win this match.
Zurab Tabridze versus Georgi Tautiev.
This will be a very tough match for Zurab. Considering Tautiev's arm length and how good his outside top roll is, I see Zurab is preparing really well and is very focused, but it will be very difficult. I think Zurab will most probably lose his wrist or partially lose it. I don't think he can get Tautiev into the hook. He'll likely have to fight with a straight or slightly lost wrist, which will be really tough. I think he can manage that.